Hey, how you doing? This is Jay Knows Credit. Thank you for joining us for another great video. Make sure you go like my Facebook page. Find me on Facebook. You can search Jay Knows Credit and go like my page there. Also, if you have any questions or comments, you definitely can ask a question here, whether it's on this video or on my page, or you can even send me a message or give me a call. My phone number is 919-659-8831. Alright, I want to talk today about trade lines and when is a good time to get trade lines. Alright, and if you don't know what trade lines are, well, let me say authorized user trade lines, okay, to make that specific separation, okay. If you don't know what authorized user trade lines are, that's when you're actually added on as what they call an authorized user to somebody else's account. In the case I'm speaking of is in credit cards. So, let's say, you get added on to a credit card as an authorized user. In this case, when you get added, you don't get a physical credit card. You just get that person's credit history. So if that person has 10 years of on-time payments, you get 10 years of on-time payments. All right? And you don't have to worry about any of your personal information being given to that person or showing up on your credit report. All right, for that person to be able to find, you, or they don't have your social, none of that. It's a totally separate thing. All right, all you can see on that person's credit report is that person's history that got added. All right, so here at Jay Knows Credit, I have access to authorized user trade lines to help give my clients a boost in their score, which also helps them get higher limit credit cards, get approved for cars, get approved for private loans, personal loans, and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this person right here, you can see they've already had their score increase right here within the past week. Credit Karma reports every week as far as giving an update. All right. Now you can see here as well, they've already got suggestions for this person to get different credit cards. I know a lot of you already have Credit Karma, and if you don't have Credit Karma, don't be afraid. People say, I don't know that Credit Karma is accurate, but don't worry about that. Credit Karma is accurate for what it does. It uses the Vantage Score 3.0, and if you have any questions about the Vantage Score compared to the FICO score, please make sure you go watch my other video, Vantage Score versus the FICO, and which one you should use based on what you're trying to do. Okay, but I want to talk here about the details. Okay, so when should I get a trade line? You should get a trade line when your credit card usage is under 30%. They're well under 30%. I try to tell my clients to get under 15% just because, I think that's a good threshold to be at as far as in debt. All right, but under 30% is totally fine. Payment history. Payment history, you want that to be high. All right, you want that to be high as far as that percentage. So right here is 99%. It probably is 100 here. This person right here, I'm still working on their credit to get everything off, and I think they got like one late payment here. But other than that, even at 99%, they can still get a trade line and boost their score very high, even higher than what it is right now to the 800s. All right, no derogatory marks. You can't be in derogatory marks trying to add trade lines if you want to have the best impact. Now, you can get that trade line at this point, and it'll still impact your score. But instead of trying to sell you something that I know won't give you the best impact, I always suggest for my clients to wait until their credit is clean. Whether I'm cleaning it, anybody's cleaning it, they're cleaning it themselves, doesn't really matter. But I'm going to tell you the right thing to do. Right? Hard increase. You want to have your hard increase 5 or under. If you're like 1 over 5, not going to judge you like that. You can still be able to get that trade line, but it's just good to be like at 5 or lower in increase over the past 2 years. Okay. In the credit age, that being red does not concern me, because that's the whole point of this person getting that trade line, is so they can have more history and then have bigger credit limits, which is going to actually lower this number here significantly. Okay. So, for an example, if I add $20,000 in credit card trade lines, their credit to their ratio shouldn't even be a percent. It might be 1%. Maybe 1% at that point. All right. So these are the things you want to make sure of. You'll make sure your credit card usage is down 30% or under. Payment history is very, very high. No derogatory marks. Low hard inquiries. Okay. And that will qualify you to get trade lines from me as far as getting my blessing to get the trade lines. All right. But you're more than welcome to get them at any point. I just don't want you to feel like I'm trying to sell you on getting trade lines. All right. I'm going to do things ethically and morally to make sure my clients are getting the best benefit. Right. I also want to go into looking at the recommendations. These are just recommendations that you'll get credit card offers for, stuff like that. All right. Now, even though this person is getting recommended for these cards, I'm telling them not to apply for these cards yet. Why? Because I want to help them get trade lines. So then when they do apply for these credit cards, instead of getting 1,000 or 2,500, they'll get 10,000, 8,000, 7,500, 15,000, 20,000, and stuff like that. All right. Bigger limits. Because when you get a credit card at a lower amount, when they give you an increase, they're not going to increase you by a whole lot. So if you got $1,000, it might give you, $1,200 and get the $1,500. But if you got a $10,000 credit card, they'll give you a $2,000, $5,000, increases. All right. So the bigger amount you start with, the bigger amount you can get in increases. And a lot of companies like Capital One, they'll give you an increase every 5 months. Some companies do it every 7. Some folks do it every 9, or even every year, or upon request. All right. So it's just very, very, very important that if you're getting these offers right now, you want to get a very, very big limit credit card. All right, just wait and get your trade lines added first. Okay. Now, let's see. Now, I don't want to go more into this person's personal information. All right, but I just want to show you all what you could do in getting those things called trade lines. All right, so let's go to my site here. All right, this is my trade line site here, and you can see my authorized user packages here if you haven't already seen those. All right, now these right here give you guaranteed scores, as well as give you the type of history that you want. And for this person, I want to get them either the CEO package or the chairman package, okay, to get them up in those high 700s. But the main point is those credit limits. See those credit limits, 10,000, 35,000, and credit limits will be added to the credit report with up to 30 years of credit history, depending on how old the client is. All right, same thing here for the chairman. And of course they get 4 trade lines here, by the way, as well. Here they get 5 trade lines, and they receive our best trade lines up to $40,000. Same 30 plus years or 30 plus years of credit history. All right, and that's the price for that. Okay, but that right there will get them, even though they spent $2,500 for these trade lines. You got to ask yourself. People ask me like, why do they cost this much? Why do you sell them in packages? But I do sell them individually. Don't get me wrong. But I can basically get you more. I can get you approved for more money on your credit cards. I can get approved for a bigger personal loan, or I can get you that 0% interest card that you actually want to buy, not the one you just got to get for right now. Okay, so if a person was to spend $2,500 and get these trade lines, and within 45 days be able to have access to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in credit cards, and be able to get a loan for a couple of $1,000s as well. Ask yourself, is that worth $2,500? Is that worth $2,200? Is that worth $1,800? That's what's important. You got to look at what you're investing and what you're getting back. And this is just what you're getting back for what you're investing. All right. Again, on my website, it tells you what to do if you want to get trade lines, and please allow 10 to 45 days for our trade lines to post. All right, because anytime you're getting an authorized user trade line, they're going to post about 10 days to 10 business days after the original creditor report. So they report the 7th, might not report for you until the 21st or the 20th, or anytime at that point. But if anybody has any questions about trade lines or looking to get new trade lines added to their credit because they're trying to make a major purchase, please contact me. Please ask me a question, even if you're not going to get my trade lines, or if you want individual trade line. But even if you're not going to get any of my trade lines, you can still still ask me a question. All right, because I hate for you to get in trouble or lose some money or things like that. Okay, because there's a lot of things out here and people are just not giving people information. And before you go run and do something, I am more than happy to answer a question for you. Just don't have me on the phone for 30 minutes. All right, respect my time. But that's all I have for you all. This is Jay Knows Credit. God bless you. God bless your finances. God bless your credit. I'll see you all next time on the next video.